Casino del Sol Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. So Arizona's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cougars' offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And here's a guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. He is a guy that they are very excited about making big plays in this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quick give. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Wildcats offense will now get its first chance with the football. Keep your eye today on Trey Spivey. He'll be trying to impact this game and get his senior season off to a great start. On the ground, it's Warren. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games,
Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Finds a seam. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
Second down, gonna throw it. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. Maybe a double pass. Right side, it's Coleman. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch, but this is...
They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Rios. Zings it complete to the right. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw one first. Extending the play. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, it's Warren. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The corners are walked up tight. Drops back on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Follows his blocks. It's Warren. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Push is ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Final play of the quarter coming. Handoff to the single running back. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Left side is Baker. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That one comes out hot down the right side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to, oh my goodness, he's still moving. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you
makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown Wildcats. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wazoo. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. On the return, it's Ross. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw, it's Rios. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Warren. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Ready. Blue 30, blue 30. Let it go. Go.
He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Motion from the wideout. First play of this drive. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down.
is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Richardson. Across the 25. He's got room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Arizona in a hurry. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Selling the fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the single back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Long way to go on 2nd down. Moving the pocket, it's Duggar. Out wide right, it's Hobbs. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Turns up, it's Baker. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
They'll need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Out wide left, it's Coleman. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Washington State lines up quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig runs.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
To the air, it's Rios. Caught. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Second and long here. Looking downfield, and time is running short. With the catch, it's Spivey. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And he avoids the sack.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sells the run, looking to pass. Right side, it's Baker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
He's got enough. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking for a man, it's Duggar. Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, they seem very concerned about these injuries. What's going on down there?
I caught up with Arizona's head coach at halftime. Although he did not have a full update, he did tell me their running back will not return to this game. They are continuing to evaluate him for a lower body injury. They would not say exactly what it is. Let's hope it's not serious, but he is definitely out for the start of this second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Arizona. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. They're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Go! Ready, go!
Hand it to the back. Fights off a defender. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the extra point is good. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Buys time to his left. Left side is Baker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Got it in the middle, it's Beverly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Now, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Escapes trouble. And he gets it away.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Beverly. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Washington State going quickly. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hobbs. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ross. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, what I can see here on the Arizona sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Back to throw, it's Rios. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Sells the run, looking to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Wants to go up top on second down. That's caught. It's Jordan. At the 45 on his way. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Arizona! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cougars sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Rios. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Now on second down. From the gun, spins away from the defense. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
Added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Out wide right, it's Coleman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to...
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Wildcats! A pick 6!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought This game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Left side is Coleman. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to establish the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It's first down from the 11. Fresh set of downs going up top. Complete. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Washington State lines up quickly. Handoff from the gun. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Bring him down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. got it, looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Rios. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sells the fake. Fires to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.